W-O-R-K. So if you Google it, you'll find that it's from the 17th century. And so what would happen for these young girls, who would be like 9, 10, 11, the carpentry shop that would be part of the estate would make them like it's called a casket. And my husband immediately, when he hears the word casket, thinks, you know, funeral, death, but it's not. Casket is a small little like jewelry box. And then what would happen is that the young ladies would have the opportunity to showcase their skills by decorating the box. And part of that decoration was 3D. So that they would come up with an idea that they wanted to make their dog on this casket. But they didn't want just to embroider the dog, they wanted the dog to have bulk. And so they would start to pad it and they would start to decorate it. And so you can go online and look at these caskets. Many of them are British because pretty much most of the artwork that has survived is at the Royal Albert Museum.
Right.
Many other countries did it, but it really got scavenged and war-torn. But in the UK, it really got preserved.
Right.
And so you can look at some of these caskets. And so Stumpwork starts with having some kind of armature, and actually you can see that here. So what I've done is I've taken a hoop and I've taken some shear, because I'm thinking, okay, I'm going to create shear wings for one of these bugs.
Right.
Who've got an outer wing, but they've got these under wings. So I've taken this and now I've embroidered in chain stitch this design. And now I'm going to cover this wire entirely with gold buttonhole stitch, which is what you see here. So this is buttonhole stitch.
All right.
Or these are buttonhole stitch. You can handle these. You can take a look at these. These are wings looking for a bug.
Right, yes.
And so you can take a look at them, and they're pairs.
Wow.
And this was just an experiment where I painted after I embroidered.
Oh.
And this wing actually belongs to that bug that's in the showcase. Poor guy. He ended up with two left wings.
Oh.
because when I transferred my design, I made two of the same, and so I had to make another one. So this was a leftover. And so these ones I'm working on, this is a new thing. I'm looking to somehow layer these two when it comes down to. So what I'm going to do is fill in this piece with. Oh, I didn't bring the pink out. And this is a body that I'm working on that's probably going to be for that guy.
So then you cut these out?
I do cut them out because the embroidery is so tight here that it becomes like a non-woven and it doesn't fray. Yeah. And then the thing that it's on wire is a good thing, because then what I can do is I can bend them, and I can make, and these are all posable, so you can move them. They're very solid. And this one I just show you. This was the inspiration for this guy. Okay, so I actually have a PowerPoint, which I did bring it. I could pull it out. I've got my computer here. I put together a PowerPoint of all of the exotic, weird, wonderful bugs, beetles that there are in the world, because I taught a workshop to teach people how to do this, and people say, well, I don't know where to start. Well, start anywhere. Start with an idea, and I'm often inspired by the fabric. So this was a piece of fabric that I found and thought, oh, bug wings. Like somebody else might be saying something else, but I immediately think, oh my goodness, and it's double-sided, so I can have some fun with that. And I was talking to somebody earlier, this is trim that I've scavenged off of something. I'm a thrifter. When thrifting didn't become a multi-million-dollar business. So 30 years ago, 40 years ago, I decided that when I retired, I wouldn't have much money, so I better start stocking up. So I filled my house, really, with all kinds of stuff. And these are just some of the stuff. So this will go on a bug. So at some point.
So these are the bugs that you cover then after?
No.
What are they?
These are just fun. These are ones I stole from my kids.
Oh, okay.
And my grandkids. They're just more to give me a sense of how does a bug, how is he constructed?
Right.
Where do the feet actually attach?
Yeah.
Yeah, no, I don't cover them at all. This is the body that will happen, and what will happen with this guy is I will close it off. I'm starting to do needle lace on it, so I'll cover it. Probably best to go and get one of the bugs out of the showcase where there's the underwings. Okay, so that's how they started.
Yeah.
And then these are the top wings, which are called the elytra. And so they tend to be, on a bug, when you think about a bug, they tend to be very showy because that's how bugs are displaying themselves. I don't know if the female bug of that, I don't know, are bugs male and female?
Probably a
I don't know. Anyway, they tend to be showy. So then I create a body, which, and you can see the body here, and in this one I've covered it with embroidery. First I've put needle lace all the way down to cover it from here all the way down to the bottom, and then I put net, and then I put gold embroidery over the top of it. And then after that's done, I create the feet and attach the wings and attach the eyes.
Cool.
But they grow kind of like Topsy. They just grow. This was a satirical piece. It was for the cherry blossom art show that's at the Silk Purse every spring.
Yes.
And I was being cheeky, and she was called Cherry in camo. So she's a bug in camo. She's trying to camouflage herself among the trees, among the cherry blossoms.
Nice. Oh, I love that. Yeah.
So
Creative.
So these are all
Separate.
little petals.
Wow.
So there's 5 on each, and so like I must have made 40. And what I would have done is I would have put little bits of wire here in the shape of the petal. I would have buttonhole stitched around, which you can see, and then embroidered over the top, and then attached all of those to the wing.
Wow.
And you can see
How
that
long would it take you to do something like that?
she was elaborate.
Yeah, she was very elaborate.
Yeah, she was fun. She was.
Is it okay to take a picture?
Oh, absolutely. Yeah.